Alright, so let's see where we're at. We don't have a whole lot going on right now in terms of things we can really do in the overworld. Let's go ahead and pick up these rookies real quick. That'll burn a little time off the clock, and maybe we'll get our next mission to fairly quickly. In the meantime, okay, so got Bomber as our Grenadier. That's great. And now we can look to do something with this room right here. We don't have any supplies to work with though. But hopefully with the supply drop coming soon, it's 3 days in fact, it shouldn't be too long before I get something up and running. I've got a GTS. I'm thinking the next thing I'm going to put up is probably the infirmary. But it's 115 supplies in 3 weeks to get that. Resistance ring I'm gonna need. We'll hold off on that for now. We'll get into that as soon as that gets built up. I'm really looking at the infirmary to get things started. In the meantime though, we might as well go ahead and keep our engineer busy and scrounge up a few supplies while we're at it. It's not much, but it'll give us something to work with. Anything in engineering? I don't imagine there would be anything critical yet. No new weapons. Got the nanoscale vest, no. Alright.
As far as I can tell, Advent's technology, along with most of what we've seen going on in the city centers, is based on variations, and in some cases improvements, of the existing alien tech used during the invasion. Luckily, the more common this stuff becomes, the easier it'll be for us to find components that can work in conjunction with the Avengers' hybrid systems.
I'm not sure if it actually becomes a thing, though. I think that's just a little bit of lore going on.
Nothing on the local comms. Advent's been quiet lately. I'm guessing we have you to thank for that.
Our pleasure, Den Mother. Enjoy it while it lasts.
We plan to. Our water purification
Massive signal coming from the Advent network tower. It's global. Sir, I think you want to see this.
Fellow citizens, for 20 years, the Advent Coalition has worked tirelessly to repair the ravages and injustices of the old world. Under our stewardship, our cities prosper, our people flourish, and our world heals. And yet, among us, there are still those who would refuse to acknowledge the truth, who are determined to see all that we have achieved.
Multiple radar contacts on approach to Haven Alpha 7.
That must end.
Even as I speak to you today,
You've got incoming on approach.
Your signal's breaking up.
Outlying territories to end this scourge once and for all.
They're right on top of you.
Losing you, Avenger.
Raise them again.
We will ensure your continued safety and well-being throughout this crisis.
Get your people out of there!
With your cooperation, we will overcome these radical elements and usher in another 20 years of peace and prosperity.
They don't stand a chance. Commander, we should get a squad ready to deploy.
Well, it'll be good to face those guys again.
We have a squad ready to move on the Resistance Haven currently under siege by the aliens. Give the word and we'll move out. Our next operation will put us right in the middle of chosen territory, Commander. There's a good chance they'll show up to interfere, so we should plan accordingly.
Okay. That's gonna make things significantly harder if she does pop up. Advent is attacking one of the resistance havens in New Arctic. We need to help the resistance fighters reinforce their defenses and push back the aliens.
Setting course for the Arctic.
Because if we don't, we'll take a huge hit to our income, and at this point in the game, we cannot afford that. Really, we can't afford that in any segment of the game, but even less so here. Okay. No offense, Hanvar, but I'm not sure that a rookie is the right person to bring onto this mission right now. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like I have any choice. I could bring in Copper, but he's... not fond of the fact that he's tired. I'll make him... If they have sectoids on this mission, then I'll make him more susceptible to their psionic abilities. He'll panic a lot easier. Just wouldn't be a good day. I think out of everyone, the person that I'd want to bring the most, I'm looking at either Shax or Plum to bring on this. Although Hanvar would be just as good because all three are still rookies anyway, and I don't really have plans for any of the three of them. Reed and Rincey, I do have plans for. We'll get to that later on. We'll just stick with Hanvar for now. Okay. Outrider's gonna have to act as our long-range specialist for this one, because our only sharpshooter is Copper, and that's not a good time. I'm not gonna bring him on just to lose control of him for a time in case things go wrong. And we don't have any supplies that I can use to build anything with, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the nanoscale vest on Hanvar. That way he has a little bit of survivability. He won't have the grenade, but honestly I'd rather take the extra pip of health over a little extra damage right now, just to keep him alive. These retaliation missions are no joke. Alright, we're just gonna have to run with what we've gotten. Hope everything turns out for the best.
Sky Ranger deployed.
In position to drop.
Alright, let's see what we got here. So with it being an early retaliation strike mission, I'm only expecting 1, maybe 2 faceless on this mission, which really wouldn't be too bad. And also, excuse me, a new thing was added for the these resistance missions that I'm hoping we get to showcase a little bit, because I was excited when the plans for the update came out, and that was one of the things that was talked about.
Advent's so-called peacekeepers are hitting one of the resistance camps in this area, and they're taking out civilians and fighters alike. We're deploying to protect as many people as we can. Secure the site and take out any hostile forces still threatening the area.
I love the fact that our haven is called Defiance Hills, by the way. It's probably one of the best names I've seen in this game. So anyway, a new little function was added to these retaliation strike missions, and I've gone through a couple of these before in the past, and boy, does this update really help out. Let's see what we got. Okay. Oh, not a bad starting position.
Is leading an assault on the resistance encampment in this area. Our people are doing what they can to fight back, but we need to help protect the civilians trapped nearby. There's a group of resistance soldiers hunkered down not far from your position. Move in and help fend off the attacking alien forces.
So this is a new thing I was talking about. When you're on these retaliation strike missions, let me zoom in on these guys for a second. You can now get these guys. These are resistance soldiers these resistance soldiers, they're not under your direct control. They'll take their own actions, but they will help you fight back against the Advent forces, which is really great because in the past, in the previous version of this game, these missions could be a serious pain because you only have so many civilians that you can save in a mission, and sometimes with the way the maps and the targets spawn, it would be really hard to 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 successfully defend any sort of or create any sort of real strategy to rescuing the resistance havens. All right, we're gonna take a kind of a slow approach to start this one. We don't see anybody around, which is good. But I bet you. Well, actually, we can see around here, so up to our very front is clear at the very least.
Heading to that location.
Move bomber up here so that we can get a little high ground advantage on enemies. And nobody. So I would imagine that there's a pod like right in this area and then one over here. Just because. And I want to put you there. Move Hamvar over here. That way we can work something of a pincer attack in case I'm right and there is a pod directly on the other side of this setup over here. Okay. And with Outrider in stealth mode, we'll go ahead and bring her up so she can really get a look. Oh no. No pod there, okay. I'm also worried that we haven't seen any enemies at all so far. So that makes me wonder, how far does this map go? Let me spin around and take a look. That's the wrong thumbstick. Oh, pretty far. Oh boy. That means there are going to be people way out there. Alright. There's a ladder there so he can quickly move back up to high ground.
Moving to designated coordinates.
Try and stay out of view as much as possible for now then.
Moving to designated position.
I have 2 concealed units, so that's good. That can help me build up a little bit more of a sneak attack. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Oh, there was an alien around there. I was just in the wrong general vicinity. I'm honestly surprised though, if the sectoid was right, if the sectoids were right there, why didn't they take any actions? You would think that the aliens spotting our soldiers there would actually shoot somebody. Alright. So move Outrider over to this tree, that way we can see exactly what we're dealing with. And we still can't really see, but we know there are 2 sectoids in the area. So we'll bring Lemongrad. We'll bring Lemongrad up to here since he's still concealed as well. Maybe he can get line of sight on somebody. Okay, so it's just the one sectoid over here. Which kind of makes me wonder if there are more aliens on the inside of the building there. Because you're almost never going to see a lone alien in an area. Usually when you see one, you see all the others.
On the move.
This should trigger that sectoid. No, okay. Well, in that case, we will continue to high ground it for Bomber. And we'll bring Hamvar up. We'll bring him up to here.
Already there.
That way he can still see things going on. We'll overwatch with Outrider and we'll see what happens from here. Yeah, there we go. Now, are they alerted to us? Or no, they are alerted to the resistance troops. Ha! Nice shot, nerd. My sectoid ran out of sight. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, unfortunately, the resistance soldiers are still as susceptible to aim numbers as we are. That being said, though, that trooper put himself in an absolutely beautiful position for Outrider. Whoop, that's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. We're just bumbling all over this controller here. Okay. Just pretty standard numbers there. So we'll hold off on engaging that for now. What I want to do is I want to bring Lemongrad up to here so that maybe he can work on seeing where that other sectoid ran off to.
Okay.
Let's see. Do you see him? Nope, it's that sectoid over there. So yeah, they've got to be in this building right here then. Wait, how does he not see that sectoid that's right in front of him? How are we not seeing that sectoid? What is this? Boy, you step away from a game for a few months and you forget how bumblefucky it can be. And we still can't see that sectoid. Motherfuck, I might have to just burn a grenade on him just to trigger his pod. I like the positions of everyone else here, so the good news is that since we came in already revealed, Lemongrad and Outrider will keep their concealment regardless of what we do here. And actually that'll blow up that wall and let me see inside that building. So we'll go ahead and do this. We'll see what we see. Yeah, there was somebody else over there. Probably another trooper. Yeah, we're here. Okay. Oh, now we see the sectoid. When it's up in a burning... Fuck you. You're burning out anyway. Chances are you're gonna die within the next turn or two. Okay. So let's see. I'm kind of tempted to have Outrider pick off that trooper there. Maybe that'll get that sectoid to move around, and I can have Hamvar and Johnny take advantage of that. It's a pretty good chance to hit. We'll take the shot. Wow.
My sights are off.
Okay. Well, in that case, we'll just move up to here. There we go. I swear to God, Hamvar. I swear to God, Hamvar. How does a unit with a near 3/4 chance to hit miss, but a guy with 50% aim nails his shot? I don't understand this game sometimes. We'll keep Lemongrad concealed for now. Okay, there's that burnout.
We're pushing him back.
The sectoid ran off to join a pod that's right around the other side of that structure there. Honestly, if I were that soldier, I would plant myself on the other side of that tree. Alright.
There's a large group of civilians pinned down within range of your position. Sensors indicate hostile forces are closing in fast. We need to get in there before the aliens slaughter those people.
They've also expanded the mission types for the Resistance Havens as well, and that gives me a little bit of a you-know-what. Of a
Heading to that location.
Okay, so we'll push up on these guys. You see the sectoid from here, 64%'s not great. But then again, we did just land a 55, I think it was. It was either 55 or 56, one of the two. Go ahead and move Hanvar up to full cover here. Is anything on the other side of that anything on the other side of that structure is going to have to swing all the way around to flank him anyway. Right now we can only confirm the one sectoid is there. We can move. It's not really a good spot to move Outrider. I can put her here. Maybe she can see around that building.
Time to spare.
Let's see, it's just the one sectoid that is apparently over here. The rest of that field is clear. We'll put Lemongrad here. It looked like he saw somebody, but I'm not sure. Okay. So let's go ahead and push up with everyone else then.
Location confirmed.
We'll see what goes on from here. More than likely we're going to run into that Chosen once we get up to that trailer. Or that RV. Sectoid continues to run. Oh god, it's a Stun Lancer. Okay, well I know who I'm taking out on this map first. Flip a coin between the two fucking Stun Lancers. Ah, fuck off.
Commander, Advent isn't backing off.
Oh my
They've got
god.
units in the AO that are ignoring our forces just to get a better shot at the civilians. Take those bastards down.
On the plus side, that's good for us because that's less damage directed toward us. On the negative side, that just means civilians are gonna die faster. Good shot. What about you, sir? Can you finish the sectoid? Nope. That's fine. How about you? Nice. We're not getting any XP for these enemy kills, but they're a lot easier. But they make this mission a lot easier to deal with. Alright. So, move Outrider up to here.
Volk says I am to obey.
And we see that sectoid there. So we'll hold off on that shot for a moment. Lemongrad, we'll definitely need to push up big time with you. Because we don't have time to be playing around. Now that civilians are actually taking heat. We'll look here.
Oh dear.
And we'll see if we trigger the assassin. Apparently not. It might be that he's concealed. That might be why we haven't triggered her.
I'm all over it.
It could also be that I just misunderstood that opening message and the
Getting it done.
chosen assassin it actually isn't on this mission. But I feel like that's wishful thinking. Okay. Chance to reveal's up to 80%. Is it worth it to take out the sectoid though? Now with only a 63% chance to hit, so we'll just Overwatch. It won't trigger off that, that's fine. Oof. Cutting it close here.
At first, Advent deployed non-lethal stun units for crowd control and the occasional protest. We don't see a whole lot of that.
Back shooting cockbite. It's funny I say that, and that's the whole point of this game, is to be a back shooting cockbite. All right. Let's see what these soldiers do now. I think he's taking a shot at the with the trooper. Nice, nice, nice. And there's no way. There's every way. I approve. Maybe not at that shot. Okay. 50% approval. It'd been nice if he'd have been able to finish the job, but hey, that's what we're here for. So... Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Lemongrad? Now's your time. Yeah! We'll lose this. We'll lose the stealth, but that's okay.
Moving on target location.
We'll keep Hanvar in some cover.
Affirmative, covering now.
Have him overwatch, just to keep a safety net around
On
us.
Overwatch.
But Johnny on overwatch as well. We'll bomb her up a little bit. Alright, and then Outrider will definitely move up to here.
My life is in your hands.
Stop making it sound like I'm making terrible judgment calls. Oh hey, there's loot over there. Probably not going to be able to get that, but oh well. Ooh!
For the Reapers.
Yeah, that's fine. I can re-enter Shadow anyway. Okay.
Adjusting aim.
He's too far to trigger Johnny's overwatch. That's fine. I was gonna say, why did I highlight that sectoid? He wasn't gonna do anything. We get a finish? We get a finish. Alright. You just have to bear in mind that there's still a faceless somewhere on the map. Oh, now you're alerted to us. Again. Yeah, that's fine.
I'll get him next time.
Nice. Alright. So, Bomber. You want redemption on that?
Moving to position.
Because I feel like you could use a little redemption on that. Honestly, a grenade would probably be a better idea. Go ahead and re-enter Shadow. Can I get on top of this SUV here? I can, but it costs both actions to do so. Not really fond of that. I might be able to see that stun lancer if I move up to here. Let's take a look.
I am at your service.
Oh, there's the faceless.
We've heard rumors about some kind of shapeshifters. I'm guessing this is it.
It is a remarkable species. If only we had some means of containment.
Don't even think about it.
I think we'll just go ahead and put you down.
I need more ammo.
You'll be fine. Hanvar. How about you move up to here?
Moving to position.
And you take a shot at that faceless. It'd be nice if you could do the bigger damage number, but that's fine. Okay. So Lemongrad. If I wanted to be cheeky, I'd move him up here. I'd move him up to get a nice hack and slash. He would be in pretty defensible cover, and I'd take out that sectoid. I'll probably use that grenade to take out that sectoid there. So it's not like this is going to be a real dangerous move or anything. We'll go ahead and take our chances with it. 94 is really strong. Alright.
Definitely got that one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We'll just go ahead and destroy this guy. Like I figured, we're not gonna get that loot, but oh well.
Get ready for a surprise.
I'm not too worried about it. It's probably just a minor attachment anyway.
The resistance team is in the clear. They're moving to help the other survivors.
Sweet. Alright, so now we'll rush Johnny up so that he can link up with the rest of the team.
Solid copy.
And then hopefully we'll be able to deal with this last stun lancer and not have to deal with the assassin. Yeah, see, that's just sad. To use some politically incorrect terms, that was a near execution style shot and he still missed. It'd be nice if I didn't have to deal with the stun lancer myself. Didn't have to deal with a single stun lancer myself.
-1-5, you've secured the remaining civilians and there are no other hostile contacts on the scope. Good work out there.
And look at that rating there. Flawless! Get on my level, video game. Get on my level. Oh, I missed the opportunity to take a photo there. Oh well, the game will do it for me. But yeah, those are the new Resistance Haven missions.
All Advent gene therapy clinics will be closed tomorrow for equipment upgrades. Initial reports that the suspension of services were the result of dissident activity have been dismissed as radical propaganda.
See, there we go. There's that photo. But yeah, I like the way they expanded pretty much everything in this game, from the basic tutorials and such to even these resistance missions now having more to do in them rather than just run around and touch circles. It really expands, like, it really makes the game feel a lot more interesting. Not to say that it wasn't interesting to begin with, but it feels like there's more there, even though there's technically not too much more.
You can bet they're still in the fight. Finger on the trigger.
Alright. Ooh, Hamvar Mid Grenadier. Nice. So like I was saying, even though there's not actually too much variety in the mission types, it just feels like there are. You know, it gives that little anticipation of, okay, what are we going to deal with now? What can we deal with now? That PCS would be really good for a PCS focus. That would be good for a side trooper or something like that. Okay. That's odd that the civilians are objective items now. Oh, we got a laser sight. We'll probably put that on our ranger's gun. I'm not sure who, since we're gonna have to spend a little time away to give the soldiers, to give everyone a little rest, but we'll figure it out. At one time, the Thin Men were the most advanced infiltration units available to the aliens. Now we face a species capable of mimicking the human form at will. If we can come to understand how it is that they emulate us so effectively, perhaps we can develop a tool to detect them ourselves. To deceive them ourselves, rather.
You and your crew have dealt another serious blow to the aliens' efforts today, Commander. Impressive work.
And that 42 supply increase couldn't come at a better time, because we are literally actually one day away from a supply drop. So now, let's take a look at this. Hamvar and Copper, I think it was. No, it was Bomber, actually. They can bond up. Your gun's kind of clipping into the menu there.
Officers might be more resourceful than your average trooper, but I doubt our forces will have any trouble bringing in a test subject for Tygan to look at. Especially since he's not asking for a live one. There's not a whole lot that surprises me these days, but I'm definitely curious to see if the chip we pulled from the commander really is connected to the ones Advent's been using in their captains.
Okay, what do we have here? No covert action. We don't have a resistance ring to select a covert action. Soldier bond. Bomber and Hamvar can bond up. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll get these guys together. And yeah, sure. Let's make a photo. Fire. No, I don't think we're gonna go there. I don't think we're gonna go with that as our caption for these guys. But I do think I have something better in mind. No. In the delicious all caps, because there's no other way to put that. Alright. First off, need to come up with find a different background for you guys, because I'm not fond of the near single. Single color background.
Otherwise, but this is the true voice of the Resistance, bringing you the real news about the latest victory over the invaders. We're getting stronger every day, and XCOM is making that happen.
You bet your ass we are. All right. I like the color tone of that better. Let's see. Need something that'll really stand out for you guys. Yeah, there we go. We'll just go basic bitch with this. And of course we're going to saturate to make sure you guys look the best you possibly can. And that looks good to me.
With a mug like that, you might get Advent to surrender after all.
One can only hope so, Central. Let me go to the...
We've done what we can to honor our fallen soldiers, Commander. It's not much, but it gives our people a chance to pay their respects.
Aw, it's not the one I was hoping for, but oh well. This little function right here is basically just useful for this. Just look at whatever soldiers you've lost over the course of the war, and it's gonna have long, fond memories about them while everybody around has a drink. Alright, so... let's see where we're at. 6 days from magnetic weapons. We'll be able to do a little more damage output. 4 days from getting that, having some more supplies. What we really need in terms of staffing is another... probably one of each. One engineer, one scientist. Unfortunately, we're going to have to wait for probably a guerrilla op mission for that to come up. Ooh, supplies. Yeah, we'll go ahead and go for those. We can pick up those rookies later. I'm pretty sure that now that we started scanning that area, that's going to stay there until we finish.
Got an urgent communication coming in for you now, Commander.
You have made considerable progress against the aliens over the past month, Commander. I hope that your ongoing efforts will only lead to further success.
Chosen are a tough group to infiltrate, but we've managed to gather intel on their latest actions, and have a rough idea of how close each is to reaching their ultimate goal of locating the Avenger.
Alright, so as we learn the identities of each of the 3 Chosen, and time goes by, they're all going to start bearing down on us in different ways. Right now, the assassin is planning on a retribution, a brutal crackdown on the Resistance, permanently lowering XCOM's... Oh, no, my god. Oh, we can't have that. The only problem is that I don't know if there's a way that I can
Commander, we have intel
counter that.
suggesting the aliens are working on developments that threaten our ability to stop the Avatar project. We can conduct guerrilla operations to disrupt one of these efforts, but we'll have to choose carefully. We don't have the resources to intercede everywhere.
Honestly, of these two dark events, I would much rather not have to deal with Advent Bending Reed. Advent Stem Lancers have a chance to move after performing a melee attack, because I don't want these guys to just run in, zap us, and then run out. I can deal with an extra pip of armor on enemies. You know, it'll just take a little extra effort to kill them, but I do not want to have to chase Stun Lancers around the maps.
Commander,
especially when I don't need to.
Pledge their support to XCOM, and they're ready to carry out your orders. As our influence with these groups increases, our capabilities will grow in kind.
Commander, each month the Resistance factions can be assigned orders which will provide bonuses to XCOM. As XCOM gains influence with the factions, additional orders will become available, and they will be able to complete more orders per month.
My people are up for some additional work if you've got any orders for us, Commander.
Between the eyes. Any XCOM shot that hits the Lost is an instant headshot kill. Ooh! Resistance orders are powerful strategic abilities to each faction. Resistance orders can only be activated at the end of each month. That's really good for missions where we would have to go in and deal with the Lost. If we land our shots, everything dies. We can easily clear the maps. Guardian Angels. Covert actions will not be ambushed. That would also be really good for when we send people out on missions. So this is what the Resistance Ring gets us, basically. We can issue... This is one little aspect that... It's actually not from the Resistance Ring. What am I saying? This is a Commander's Quarters. It actually has a little utility to this part of the ship. I can set each faction to carry out each of these different orders throughout the month to give me special different bonuses in terms of missions or in terms of resistance orders that we'll take on once we get the Resistance Ring built up. It's kind of a neat little function. I think for now, since we're more likely to run into a Lost mission than we are send anyone out on covert actions this month, we'll probably go for Between the Eyes. We'll order that. We'll give that order to our chairperson. Now, unfortunately, since we don't have enough influence with the Reapers, we won't be able to give them any orders. So I think we're good here.
Commander, all right. We'll need to send our own soldiers out to work with the Resistance factions to complete these covert actions. They'll be gone for a few days, but this will help us build influence with the Resistance while generating material support.
Commander, the factions can offer us opportunities to advance the Resistance around the globe. We'll need to send away some of our soldiers for a number of days, but we're guaranteed to reap the benefits of our effort when they return. Okay. So this is what the Resistance Ring gives us. It lets us set up these covert actions a lot more smoothly than coming out here to the world map.
This requires some field experience, Commander. We'll need to send one of our vets to lead the effort.
So we can do any one of these things here. Except this one, because we don't have anyone of a high enough rank. We'll stick with the Reapers missions for now. The Templars are that mysterious third faction I was teasing about. We don't get to meet them the proper way that we do the Reapers or the Skirmishers, but they're a nice third little they're a nice third soldier type to have if you can get up with them. So I'm thinking we go for this one first. Rescue Squatty Preytel Mox. My people were born to hunt, to track, and pursue our prey undetected. Send a few of your soldiers to help, and I'm sure we'll have no problem figuring out where the assassin took Preytel Mox. I'm not going to try to pronounce that name anymore. I could do that, or I could send a couple soldiers out to form or strengthen a bond. Or I could go for Hunt the Chosen Assassin. I think just in terms of like my general thinking in that having more soldiers available is better. I'm probably going to go for this one. So we need to put 2 soldiers in to get this mission going. Whatever soldier I put here is going to gain a bonus once this mission is completed. They'll add +4 to their will. So I am tempted to send one of my rookies. I'm tempted to send my rookies out to handle that one. We can send Ultralaw and no, hang on. Okay, we can send Ultralaw and we can send Plum out on that one. Mysterious 3rd slot. Minor bugs. We can send these 2 on that one, and I believe that they'll gain experience. They should gain experience points for completing this mission, so they should be able to level up. It'd be nice to get them going in certain jobs. So we'll get these guys going. We'll get you 2 going on that one.
Don't worry, Commander.
Commander, the Resistance has a hidden cache of resources stashed outside of Advent's reach. But that means we'll have to fly over and scan the area if we want to recover this stuff for ourselves.
Yeah, that'll be fine. We'll take care of that in a minute. Alright, so we've got some supplies that we've got in the room open. Still don't have enough supplies to really build anything. Well, I could put the resistance ring here. The problem I have with all of this, though, is that my power coils are in these corners. If I had one, like, right here in the middle, it would have been great. Because I could set up a workshop here and just have a gremlin staff that can get all the power
Your old man
at the
will be
cost of
proud
none of
what
my
we managed to do here.
my engineers.
What you've managed to do with this ship.
I just wish he had lived long enough to see us fight back. To know that it wasn't all for nothing.
Trust me, he knows. If there was one thing your father always kept in mind, it was his faith in humanity. He knew we could win on our own terms.
Let's go ahead and work on clearing out a facility for now. Once we get a second engineer, I'll start building actual facilities to improve things. In the meantime, we need to finish picking up these supplies, and then we can go for that supply drop.
Resistance forces waiting to make contact, but we'll have to make the first move.
Our inspiration did prove beneficial.
Yes.
These magnetic-based weapons are a lot like the early railgun prototypes. They fire projectiles at extremely high velocity.
So now, once I build up the supplies, we can start leveling up our damage output. Spectacular.
Commander, with the Advent officer currently in cold storage, we should perform the autopsy as soon as possible.
Having finally gotten a closer look at the Gauss rifle technology Advent has deployed among their forces, I'm fairly confident we can develop a magnetic weapon system of comparable power. The obvious question, why not simply use the Advent weapons directly, was discovered early on by resistance forces in the field. Some years ago, the aliens began integrating a sort of genetic verification technology into their weapons that prevents them from functioning by any species whose DNA has not been pre-encoded. Unfortunately, the system also exerts lethal force upon an unsuspecting authorized user, a fact that we should disseminate as widely as possible among the resistance seals we have contact with. As for our own variation of the technology, Dr. Shen and I have taken components of alien weaponry recovered from the field and utilized the key elements to develop a sustainable prototype. We can safely begin reproducing the system as the needed materials become available. That DNA lockout thing.
Commander, during the course of our research, we made a startling breakthrough that has led us to another potential avenue of study. However, if we are to proceed down this path, we must do so immediately, or I fear we will lose our opportunity to return to it in the future.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that.
That is an important task, Commander.
I'm not sure what that'll get us exactly, but I'm thinking damage output again, and that would be really good for our grenadiers to have. Oh, speaking of which,
Commander, the factions have indicated they know how to track down the Chosen. We should construct the ring facility so they have a place to coordinate.
yeah, we'll take care of that here in a little bit. Right now, we're going to train Shax up to be a sharpshooter. That way we have a backup for whenever Legion goes down again. No, I'm sorry. Copper goes down again. That way we have somebody available. Okay, 2 more days and then Outrider will be all rested up and good to go. I'm guessing that's probably how long we have before we get our next guerrilla op. Just about, yeah.
Commander, if we're gonna win this war, we need to take every chance we get to fight back. We'll have to be ready to engage the enemy during unpredictable situations, which require special planning and preparation.
Commander, some missions have unique modifiers and special conditions which will change our tactical engagement. We'll need to review these sit reps carefully before selecting our squad. So let's see what we got here. We get a scientist out of this, so that's great. Neutralize field commander. So that just means taking out an enemy target, so that may not have a mission timer on it. That would be great. Damn it, it'll only counter alloy padding though. I really wanted it to cover advent bending, counter advent bending read. That way if I have any stun lancers on missions, I don't have to deal with them playing a rushdown game with us, but I guess we'll just have to take what we get. Sit rep. Location scout. We have advanced intel on the mission site and we'll be able to observe all enemy movements. Ooh, so I'll know exactly where the enemy is at all times on the map then. That means I don't have to worry about trying to guess where the pods are. I'll just know.
Setting course for Sector 1, the Arctic.
That'll be very useful. Alright. Since Copper is available now, we'll go ahead and bring him on a mission so that we have some downrange capability. Who are you bonding with again? You're bonded with Johnny. And Johnny's on this mission, so that's good for us. Bomber is bonded with Outrider. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take Legion off this mission for now. And we'll bring Outrider on. Wait, no. Bomber's what am I thinking? Bomber is bonded with Hanvar. Do I really need 2 Grenadiers though? I mean, I do have one of each basic class, so that works out. Kind of tempted to bring Outrider just for stealth, just for shadow anyway, because Leningrad's not far enough along the ranger tree to be able to re-enter concealment just yet. Who is Legion mesh with the most? He meshes with Leningrad. Okay. Okay, so I guess we're going with this setup then. We have one bonded pair, and we have another pair that can bond up pretty quickly. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I guess we're going with this troop then.